People look at wealth and assume it started with privilege. They see the end, but never the beginning. They see the money, but not the struggle. They see the success, but not the nights of doubt, fear, and silent endurance. But here is a truth most people avoid: many millionaires did not start with support. They did not start with guidance. Some didn't even start with hope. They simply made decisions that most people avoid, and they made those decisions long enough for the world to notice. Today, I want to share 5 deep moral lessons from millionaires who started with nothing, lessons that don't sound flashy, but change lives quietly. If you understand these, your path will change. Your habits will shift. Your future will feel different. Lesson 1: Your circumstances are real. But they are not final. Let's be honest. Some people start life carrying weights others never have to lift. Some were raised in poverty. Some had parents who could not guide them. Some were surrounded by negativity, failure, addiction, or instability. Some were treated like their dreams were foolish. And the world has a cruel way of convincing people, this is who you are. This is all you can ever be. But millionaires who started from nothing learned something powerful: your starting point is a story, not a sentence. I've met people who came from broken homes, and built companies. People who were laughed at, and became leaders. People who had every reason to quit, but didn't. They didn't ignore their reality. They simply refused to make it permanent. Your struggle is real. Your disadvantages are real. Your pain is real. But so is your ability to change your direction. Not overnight, not easily, but unmistakably. Where you are right now is not your life. It is your starting paragraph. Lesson 2: Discipline will make you wealthy. Motivation will not. Motivation is loud. Motivation is emotional. Motivation makes you feel like you could change your life in a day. But motivation fades. And when it fades, most people stop. Millionaires learn to do something uncomfortable: they act even when they don't feel inspired. They wake up early when they feel tired. They work on their goals when no one is watching. They study when others are scrolling. They build when others are talking. They understand a truth that most people never accept: you do not need to feel like doing something in order to do it. Discipline is not exciting. But discipline compounds. One day of progress means nothing. 1 year of small, boring, disciplined habits. That builds empires. Wealth is not built in dramatic breakthroughs. It is built in quiet routines that most people are too impatient to maintain. Lesson 3: Your environment shapes you more than your effort. People underestimate the power of the people around them. Your environment is a silent teacher, and it is teaching you, every day. If your circle laughs at ambition, you will shrink your goals. If your circle avoids responsibility, you will make excuses. If your circle only talks about people, you will forget to work on yourself. But if your circle discusses investments, growth, discipline, new skills, and strategy, you evolve without effort. Millionaires who started with nothing didn't simply work harder. They changed who they listened to. They sought mentors. They watched people who were already where they wanted to be. They removed people who drained them. They moved toward people who challenged them. You don't outwork your environment. You replace the environment. The people around you are either expanding you or limiting you. There is no neutral circle. Lesson 4: Money is a tool, not a trophy. This is where most people get life wrong. They chase money to spend it, to display it, to prove something, to feel noticed. But millionaires who started with nothing learned early: money is not for spending. Money is for building. The poor use money to escape their present. The wealthy use money to design their future. Looking rich is loud: the latest phone, designer clothes, a big social media lifestyle. Impressing strangers who don't care. Being wealthy is quiet, investments, ownership, real estate, assets that pay you while you sleep. The ability to say no to anything that disrespects your peace. Wealth is not about showing the world what you have. It is about never needing to prove yourself at all. Lesson 5, Success takes time. And time rewards patience. This is the hardest lesson. We live in a world addicted to instant results. Instant entertainment. Instant gratification. Instant fame. Instant validation. But wealth is built slowly, not in weeks. Not in months. Sometimes not even in the first few years. Millionaires who started from nothing were patient. Not passive. Patient. They kept learning while they had no progress. They kept saving when it felt pointless. They kept investing when the returns were small. They kept going even when everything around them suggested it wasn't working. And then, one day, it did. Because the truth is simple, compounding looks invisible, until it becomes unstoppable. Final reflection, speak softly, slowly. If life feels heavy right now, if your progress feels slow, if success feels distant, you are not failing. You are in the same stage every self-made millionaire once lived through. The stage where everything feels uncertain. Where the future feels unclear. Where you're doing the work, but the results haven't shown up yet. That stage is not the end of the story. That stage is the beginning of the transformation. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to continue. Build quietly. Grow patiently. Study deeply. Act consistently. And let the results speak in their own time. Because the greatest wealth is built long before the world ever sees it.